Hello everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Model Builds, and I'm here to do the unboxing video for the RoboCop model kit. As you saw in the picture at the start of the video, I went to Boston FanExpo on August 5th and got it autographed by Peter Weller, the actor who played RoboCop himself. So let's go down to the table and take a look at the kit. And I've got the scissors right here to cut open any bags if needed. Alright, so you've seen the front of the box, of course. And there are the sides showing some of the details, the engine and everything. And this is a 2003 kit, as you can see up here, from AMT Ertl, skill level 2, so 10 plus. Glue and paint needed. And on the back of the box is just the instructions. No pictures on the back of this box. Alright. So let's see what we have in here. Oh, right. What I did also is I made sure to get the autograph authenticated. So actually, let's see if I can do this and get a good picture here. There you go. There you are. That's good. That proves the autograph is authentic. Made sure to include that certificate in there. Alright, so you have the instructions, which I have already, I've done the legend for the instructions since RoboCop model kit. See, it's all paint colors ID'd, spray painted, hand painted, assembled. There's hardly any decals, so you don't have to worry about that. Just start with the, one moment here. There you go. So you start with the engine, so you can see here, and then you move across to the radiator belts and the suspension and drive components and everything, and then the all-important interior bucket. You can see that there. I'll try not to assemble it upside down. Don't want anything to fall out. My goodness, there's a lot to put in there, isn't there? And there's putting in final pieces for the engine. And the suspension on the bottom of the car. And the bumpers and the hood. Probably don't have to glue the hood if you don't want to. And tires. And the wheels. And then you have the final assembly of the car itself. Here you go. Painting details and decals. Not that many decals, actually. Okay, so those are the instructions. So I'll be back with the first bag in one moment. Well, the first bag is already open. It's the body itself, and as you can see, the bottom chassis is already in there. But it comes apart easily enough, so that's good. Let me adjust the angle a bit here. One moment. Yeah, that's better. Okay. You can see how shiny it is, too. So you've got the mirrors as part of the body. That's good. And, of course, you probably put in the glass from the bottom, and you see the peg holes here, so you can assemble things. That's great. Yeah, that's great. There you go. Good. Okay, good. So that is that, and then I'll have to move on to the brass piece and everything else. So give me one more minute. I'm making good use of the pause button so that the video can upload to YouTube in a couple days, and I can upload it for my regular Friday one. Alright. So here's the chrome tree. You've seen a lot of the parts already. There you go. There's the parts. So a lot of engine parts, bumpers, etc. Wheels. Now either the wheels are 3 parts, or there's 3 different types of wheel coverings. I'll have to check the instructions on that one. And there's the windshield. I'm not going to take it out, but good news, it's all one piece. So these pieces probably glue right into the top of the car. Although, you see how that piece is separated? That may not be the case. It appears to be broken. Now my hope, this is a hope, is that if I can cut right along where it is, it'll still have these sections with the little resin mold pieces in there to go in. And you see here, see those holes? The bottom windshield, the back one, maybe the front. So that'll help install it as well. And of course, you've got the wheels and the tires and the colored bars. You can see that there. And of course, the very few decals. Actually, there's only 2, as you can see. There. And the decal cover protective strip. All right, so now it's time to open up the remaining bag with the majority of the parts in it. It's already open. I'm sure I haven't done this already. I must have been preparing for the opening of the model because I had it with me for the 2 weeks while I was at both conventions. This was the second convention, the one in Boston, where I actually got this model autographed. And of course, you see how there's a few loose pieces. Looks like the steering wheel and the fan belt assembly. So that is where the smaller Ziploc bag comes in to capture those loose pieces and make sure they're not lost. And might as well put the decals in there too while I'm at it. There you go. All right, good. So you got the interior bucket. It's a separate piece. That's good. You can see where the seat fits in. You see right there? The steering column and everything. There's the back seat, already part of it. Front and rear bumpers. Plain colored wheel backs. These are probably parts of the wheels as well. Brake drums and so forth. This is the biggest sprue tree of the bunch, and if you turn it over this way, you'll see all the part numbers. So tailpipes, mufflers, probably suspension and everything. Here's part of the radiator assembly. Here's the dashboard and the CP radio and everything, and other engine parts. There's the hood and the front seats. Now, if you look at the front seats, they should be either able to fit underneath, within, or on top of that section. Central dashboard has a peg, 2 pegs, because there's 2 holes. That's excellent. There's the gear shift. Wait a minute. Oh, I get it. The little pegs that were on the car that were part of the body. Remember the little peg there? Well, look at how the mirror fits in. Now that's ingenious. You don't risk messing up the paint job by having to install the mirrors. They created the pegs as part of the car itself. And there is the entire front console. With, of course, it's looks like manual transmission because there's 3 pedals there. And the final piece is the prisoner barricade between the front and back seats. And oh, he has 2 weapons. So that's almost like a C7, like we use in the forces, although the magazine is smaller. And there's a shotgun. Okay, so that is all for the RoboCop model car. It's pretty quick. Okay, so I got everything back in the box again, as you see. And that's going to be model number 40, which will be completed soon because, you know, I've already completed model 39, which is the restored Enterprise D. I'm finishing up model 38. There's a few finishing touches to be made on model 37. And then models 41 and 42, so if I can get the Reliant done as model 41 when it's still 2023, then model 42 will be the Wrath of Khan Enterprise refit. because by then it'll be 2024. 42 years since then. And then I think I'm out of significant numbers as far as I can tell. I don't think there's anything in Star Trek that, unless it's an Enterprise, it's 44 years. I don't think so. So that's good. Because this, how old is that? 44 years. Motion Picture Enterprise will be 44 years old. Well, it is 44 years old this year, but it'll be 45 years old in 2024. But you'd have to get through models 43, 44 before you get to that. Yeah, you would. Because it was December of 1979. Okay, but anyway, that's all for now, and you can see my autographed by 3 actors. Gates McFadden, Marina Sirtis, and Brent Spiner as Data. So that's my childhood Next Generation poster, autographed by 3 stars. I know it's a Star Trek video, but you see the picture of me with Hayden Christensen. Now, the interesting thing is, unlike the... Well, there's not much reflection at that angle, but there is hardly any reflection at all on the posters that have been autographed. Yeah, but that's all for now. And I guess the next video I post will be an update on, Model 39, which is Voyager. Now, I have an idea about that one. What I plan to do is to use the remaining Aztec dummy masks, especially the phaser ones, if I can find them here. Ah, here you go. Phaser masks. You can faintly see the pattern there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the phaser masks, put them around the top phaser when I redo the second coat so that there's no paint spillover, because there was a bit of paint spillover on this one. I didn't think of that in time. But I'm going to think about it now and just hope that the mask is thin enough that I can put it on without it disturbing the escape pod. Otherwise, I will put it on with the brush strokes as best I can, and then I will use my Q-tip to go around the edges while the paint's still wet and make sure it didn't bleed onto the hull. I think that's the better choice because I did the decaling first. When I go to see my parents this weekend for Labor Day and Mom's birthday, I'm not telling what her present is, I will try to finish the phaser, do the rest of the decals before I finish the phaser painting. So that's about an update for now. You can see how the Enterprise C and D are together on the shelf now. The 1000 scale are below there. The 1400 is there. So it's a descending scale shelf, increasing scale shelf, as it were. And as you can see from the Star Trek wall, the Star Trek model kit wall, there's still quite enough to build over the coming years, if not a couple decades. And there's 2 big Star Trek models there. There's the Enterprise A, which you can build at 350 scale as well. And then there's all the other kits. So the planes, the TV and movie cars, excess kits, and then you get into the Star Wars, which is built over there, and real space is on the bottom below the boxes. So that's all for now, and we'll see you here later. Bye-bye.